Hello. In my last lecture, I explained how to make the geometry of this kind, which is slightly complex, having multiple components, polygons and rectangles. So in this lecture, we will learn how to add materials and physics. By the way, COMSOL is smart enough, and if you set the object to be a union object, that is a combination of all the components, then in the material you can see that it automatically selects all the small sections as a single material. Okay, this is fine. So now let's look on to the physics. Now this is the panel where we set up the physics and the boundary conditions. And in slightly complex simulations, we use global definitions, functions and other parameters which we may link from this physics. So this is the physics we have. We may have to link our variables and functions from the global definitions. So those things are there in very complex simulations, which is not generally required in simplest simulation. Okay, so let's open up the physics panel. Like the last section, we studied how to add inlet and outlet in a simulation. So simply we'll select inlet and select this region as the inlet of a simulation and this as the outlet. Remember that all the other parameters I have kept constant. As you can see, as in section 1, I selected the average velocity v, and that v is defined in the parameter section. Okay, so what this will do is, now COMSOL will think that this is my input and this is my output. So the fluid will flow in this fashion. Okay, so this is the idea of this model. Okay, so now our basic boundary condition and setup is finished. So we have the wall. That means the fluid will not pass through it. As you can see, we have the wall defined and we have the outlet and an inlet. Remember that if you have a complex simulation, you can always add symmetry, open boundary, interior wall and all those things, and you can explore it depending on your simulation. You can also add fluid properties. So if I click on fluid properties, you can see that you can add the fluid property inside this channel to be user defined, viscosity and all these parameters. Okay, so let's delete this for now because we are not working with this. Great. Now move on to mesh. Let's see how the physics controlled mesh works. So we will select finer. Now let's go with normal because we are not interested in the data. We are just learning how to simulate. It will take unnecessary longer time if I select finer mesh. Let's click build all. And here we'll see the magic. We get some warning. Okay, now let me explain what actually happens. Suppose you have a geometry of this kind. Let's say you have a rectangle. Okay, and you have some kind of this structure or some kind of like a diagonal structure. Now if you zoom into this region, how it will look? It will look something like this, and the mesh are created something like this with triangles and rectangles and all these things. But as you move close to the edge, it is very difficult for the mesh to make the domain because it has a sharp pointing end, right? So this is what happens with COMSOL. It says that the generated some elements of low quality. It is because, as you can see, that it is very difficult to create a mesh in this domain because the geometry is such that it is too difficult to create mesh. As you can see, it is very thin, right? It is in nanometers. It is so thin. That's why COMSOL is struggling to create a mesh in this domain. Okay, so how do you fix this problem? This is a complicated problem, right? So how can you fix this? Even if you create extremely fine mesh, there will always be a region which is finer than the mesh, and the computer will, or the software will struggle to make the mesh. So how to fix this? Let's learn how to fix this kind of problem. This is a very interesting problem, and many of my students and colleagues face this problem, and I have explained to them this is how you need to fix, especially for 2D simulation. Now with geometry selected, go to geometry, click on virtual operation, and then click on ignore edges. Okay, now select the edges of the domain which are overlapping, such as this one, this, zoom out a bit, zoom in, these lines also, this one, zoom out. Okay, we have pretty much selected almost all the overlapping domains. Now click on build all. You will see the magic. You see, now all the domains are now connected without having the separating lines between it, right? Now if you click on mesh and then click build all, you will see what is the difference. Now you can see a very beautiful continuous mesh along the model, right? So we don't have any error even if you are running a normal mesh. Even if you run a coarse mesh, I don't think, yeah, you see there is no error, there is no meshing problem at all. So, and you can see that if you select physics controlled mesh, it will automatically think that you are using some kind of a fluid simulation, and the mesh will be made accordingly. As you can see, there are some parallel mesh along the sides so that you can have a better simulation result. So that's it for this lecture. In my next lecture, we'll learn how to run the simulation for this model, and later on we will go through the result, post-processing, and few advanced post-processing techniques. So stay tuned. I hope you are enjoying this course. See you in my next lecture. Thank you.